will go out. This is for here, this is for here. Yeah, the reason why there was only one video last week was because I had to go to Holland, to the mother country, for a family gathering. And at the same time I just buy a lot of stuff that's really expensive here in France or you can't get. Like this gun foam is quite expensive and difficult to get here as well, by the way. A foam gun. Things like tape, pretty decent branded painters masking tape. Yeah, just consumables. And then these mixing tubs, these cement mixing tubs, they're really expensive here for some reason. I don't know why. And then what else did I get? Oh, well, working shoes, size 48, European size 48. Where will you find them other than in Holland? If you can find them in Holland. And for the chooks, these are black soldier fly larvae. That's the only thing they eat. They won't eat mealworms or anything else. Black soldier fly larvae. For some reason, they don't sell it here. Can order it online, but in Holland I can just buy it from the shelf. So, maybe you've heard in the background that boss lady is back as well. She has an unexpected week holidays from the boat. So hopefully she's going to help me. It would be good if she could help me film, because I've got to do some rendering. And knowing me, I'll be covered from head to toe in render, and it will be very hard for me to control the camera. So you can actually see how I do it. Not that that's the way you should do it, possibly. But anyway, it'll be good for me to have 2 extra hands. Let's give this to the chooks. Yeah, so I got back from Holland thinking that all the rendering would have been dry, because it had been curing over 3 days, but to my dismay it's still soaking wet and it is cracked in places. And it's cracked because the layer that I put on was just too thick. But I put a thick layer on also to give it the effect. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to, well, today I'm going to finish the walls that haven't been rendered yet. Tomorrow hopefully I'll install the floor heating and make the floor level. And then let it all sit for a week. Let it all dry out before I start to correct things and finish the walls. In the meantime I can work on my plumbing in the basement. So yeah, today I am going to, well, I still have to prep that wall there. I still have to cut off the loose bits and give it the primer coat. And then yeah, I'll just render the remaining walls. For jobs like these, I've been using the base camp mask. Like those semi-dusty jobs, you know, where you should wear a mask, but you usually don't, because they are troublesome. And then the base camp mask is really good. I do have that foamy nose bridge in, and it works perfect. My goggles are not fogging up. It's just really comfortable to wear. And you just stick it in your pocket when you don't need it, because it's soft and it folds. Yeah, I've had some, well, yeah, some challenges finding the right way to wear it, and figuring out that this nose foamy bit is really essential for me, for my face shape. But yeah, good little mask. I'm very happy with it, and I'll put the link to the website below in the description. Yeah, it's really good stuff, because you're wearing a mask now where you otherwise wouldn't, and you would end up with your nose full of black stuff and your lungs with I don't know what. So I'm very pleased with that. Very happy with the base camp mask. Okay, so I have removed all the loose bits from that wall. And I think I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna prep it with this spray. Well, no, it's not a spray. You normally roll it on. I've got it in a sprayer, and that sort of seals the wall, and it prevents moisture being soaked up in the wall from the render, and thereby not helping the render to cure completely. So it's sort of a primer. It's non-visible, and then we're gonna render this part. Render this part behind me and render the part up here and what's going to be behind the toilet. And then we're done with the rendering for now. Yeah, for quite some time I think. It'll all have to dry, including the floor, which we will do tomorrow hopefully. So yeah, let's just prime it all up. So I'm making a batch of render, and the last time it just did not go well, because you mix the render, it's like very fluid, like pancake batter, and then you wait 5 minutes and it's hard because this render, you know, takes up the moisture and expands. So what you gotta do is just follow the ingredients, and the bag says 25 liters of water on 25 kilos of render. This is where it completely went wrong. It either was too hard, too thick, or too runny last time. So I should basically stick really to the recipe, but I don't have a scale here and I don't have a good measuring device. So I'm just gonna wing it again. Now we'll see. Just the thing is, wait at least 15 minutes before you apply and check the thickness, the viscosity, at least every 5 minutes. In the beginning earlier, so that you can add water and mix it in while it's still sort of runny-ish. It needs a lot of water. Well, actually what I can do is just gauge by feel, assuming that it weighs the same per volume. Need more water. That makes it waterproof. Yeah, that's half an hour later. You see? Yeah, so this is the right consistency, but if I start working, I still run the risk that it keeps on thickening, and then it will be too thick, too hard to mix in more water. But if I mix in more water right now, then it might be too runny. I still don't know whether it will thicken after this. So the only way really to work with this render is to do exactly what's on the bag. Pour in 25 liters of water, a whole bag of render, and mix it up and let it sit. And then you should be safe. I think that's really the only way to go. I just had half a bag. From now on we'll do that. We'll measure out water. We'll do it as described. But then, you know, when you're Marius, you don't read instructions. That's the thing. That's why it's hard being a Marius sometimes. Yeah, I need water. Oh. Film. You filming? Oh, I'm already too late. have to do it exactly like
on the bag says.
Like the bag says.
Well, you've done it twice now, not like the bag says.
Yeah, 3 times, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
And 3 times, well, twice that hasn't worked.
I think I'm fine. Just move it closer by so I can...
Did you put protection down?
Where?
You wanted to... I don't know why you're rushing so much and breaking things and doing things wrong.
Well...
Just do it properly and take your time. You're not making up time, you're wasting time. You have to do things again.
Yeah.
Like now you're rushing and you're touching things that are wet and you're wrecking it, you're going to have to do it again anyway.
Yeah, true.
And now you're making it for the 3rd time, the same line render, the wrong way again. I don't know why you're working this way.
Yeah, because I had half a bag left, I couldn't really measure.
Yeah, that's not an excuse or a reason.
Yeah, you're right.
You're wasting money, you're wasting time, and you're wasting product.
Yeah. Yeah, next batch we just whack this on, and the next batch we do exactly as recommended, okay? Really unorganized, huh?
Very unorganized. I don't know why you're doing this. You're too eager to see a result.
Yeah, that's true.
And in doing so, you're doing something that you have to do again and again.
Wow.
It's not smart. Number 3?
2 today.
And this is the one that follows the guide.
Well, apparently, but then I cannot fit a whole bag in here and 25 liters of water, so I had to still wing it half-half. Oh, boy, that's heavy on the back.
What are you doing, Harry? It's like,
Mixing out the bench. It's only a small bathroom. Yeah, it's because the walls are so incredibly uneven with all those stones and bricks that you gotta fill up so many void spaces that you just can't get it smooth in one go. I'm just gonna add water. I think it needs it later.
but wait, you said you were going to follow the instructions.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly yet because I can't measure. But I know if it's this hard, this thick, so quick, it's gonna need more. Well, I reckon that yeah, after we've also put in the cement on the floor, after the floor heating, then we gotta leave this bathroom for at least a couple of weeks to dry out. Put fans in here, because if you see that for every 25 kilos you add 25 liters of water, how much water is in these walls? It all's gotta go somewhere, right? Evaporate.
Mochi, stop being so cute. I really need you to get down. I need you to get off. I've got to go do stuff inside. Yeah, come on. Come out here. Yeah. Crazy broody chickens.
So we have yesterday finished rendering every wall, basically. Slapping on this, well, pretty conventional render. It's looking really, really rugged, but that's fine, because as soon as it's dry, I will sand it, rough sand it, and you still get these organic shapes, these old-fashioned lime shapes, but it will look well, a bit more stylized. And then after that's done, and I'll have to patch some areas up, but after that's all done, we will treat it with Tadelact. It's just a Tadelact I bought from a DIY store here, and after the Tadelact there's a wax going on, and that's also a waterproof layer. So I'm pretty sure this will all look pretty good, but I have to wait a while, because according to the the manufacturer's details on the bags of render, Nadia read it and translated it. It'll take 2 months before the render is dry and cured and set. So I gotta wait 2 months. Yeah, I don't believe it. I think 1 month is sufficient. I've got fans going in here. Yeah, let it all cure slowly. I don't want to force it, because if you force it, it'll crack. And in the meantime, we do other stuff. I'm going to install the floor heating today and level the floor after the floor heating is on with a leveling cement, leveling concrete, so that the floor heating is properly embedded and I have a smooth flat surface to do the tiling. I'm just going to continue with the bathroom. After the tiling is done and the grouting and the waterproofing, I will just cover it all up properly so that I can keep on working on the walls. So I've ordered my floor heating online. I think from the same company as where I got the floor heating from for the little house. It's not expensive to buy. Actually, the most expensive part of the whole system is the thermostat. We've chosen for Wi-Fi controllable thermostat, so when you're away you can control, you can set it to keep it frost free or heat up before you arrive home. And just a thermostat, and then the thermostat needs the power, just normal power, and it needs the probe, and this is a cable. It should be hopefully a long enough cable. Oh, that's over 2 meters long, so, and that's the probe. And this cable runs from the thermostat through a conduit, which I'll have to cut in the wall and then in the floor, and it sits somewhere in between the heating elements, cables of the floor heating. And it tells the thermostat either to switch on or to switch off. And this is the actual floor heating. Yeah, so this floor heating is basically the green cable that warms up, and it sits on this mesh, this fiberglass mesh, and it sits on that mesh in order to, well, keep it in place and keep the distances between the cable equal. But that's all the mesh does, nothing else. So I can cut freely in the mesh where I need to, before, for example, to install corners. And then this cable goes into the thermostat. Now this mesh, they made it sticky, so it sort of sticks on your floor and stays in place where you install it. I'm not sure whether that's gonna work here, because I might have to move it and twist it, because I'm not really 100% sure yet how this is going to be laid out. I think I first vacuum clean this floor really well. Sweep it a few times with a hard brush and then vacuum clean it. So here I gotta go around the corner and flip it over on its own side. Let me see. So I gotta cut the fiberglass mat here. Make sure I don't cut through the green cable, obviously. And now I could make a 180-degree turn, like that, and continue here. Now you order this stuff per square meter, but it comes in strips 50 centimeter wide. It's a bit odd. I don't recall right now how many meter I ordered, but might be possible that we have to terminate it at some end or realign the whole lot. I'm going to take my shoes out because I will have to walk on it, and I really don't want the cable, the heating cable, to get damaged. Okay, so we make another 180-degree turn here. So that's the entrance. Then I've laid it, basically I've completely covered the areas where we walk. I had to wiggle a little bit in that corner to make it work, because I couldn't get a whole row in. And here as well I had to loosen the wires from the mesh and route them. And then we've got heating right before the entrance of the shower cabin, and we've got heating right before the toilet. Now some of these edges are standing up. This is an extreme example, and I'm going to pour liquid concrete, but I think I will just make up a small batch of tile glue and see if I can glue all those wires and mesh standing up, down, secured flat down, because I want everything to be so flat as possible. And of course that's why the mesh is sticky, but it doesn't really stick on my floor anymore. Yeah, I think I'll do it with a bit of tile glue. Building a little dam because we're going to flood this area with leveling cement, and the shower cabin's floor runs down. I don't want all the leveling cement to end up in the shower.
Okay guys, that's it for this week. We haven't done much in the last couple of days, but sometimes it's like that. We've done a lot of tidying up and pretty much the same thing over and over again, that render in the bathroom. But anyway, next week you can expect us to see us leveling the floor in the bathroom and installing the floor heating. But for now, see you all next week. Thanks for liking, for subscribing, for sharing our channel, and an extra massive thank you to everyone that's bought us a cup of coffee. It's really appreciated. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, please see the link in the description below, and see you all next week.